My grandfather moved up here and cleared a lot of the land that was on that farm. This farm was 160 acres, and about 150 of that was tillable. The farm was established in 1896, I believe, on a dairy farm a mile west of Powassan. My parents had 8 children. We ended up doing a lot of work on a dairy farm. Yeah, we were milking at that point. We were milking around 30 cows. So milking cows, cleaning up from behind them, and what else? Haying. We had just a baler dropping on the ground for a while, and then we ended up getting a bale thrower. Yeah. And I remember I didn't do much of it. My older brothers did, using the hay rake or hay elevator, pulling behind your wagon, and it takes the hay up into your wagon. Yeah. Putting the crop in, taking the grain off, oats usually. Yeah. What do I do for fun? Play games, tag, play in the barn. My other brother and 2 cousins would get together quite often on the weekends, and we'd go up. There was a fire tower up by the ski hill. We used to go up there and climb that. And, they had binoculars up there. It was 80 feet, and play games, throw paper airplanes out the window, this kind of thing. One thing that I really enjoyed was my neighbor across the road. There was a creek ran through the farm, and every winter would flood over, so we'd scrape it off. And a bunch of us would play shinny hockey. Yeah, the rink was here. It was a different rink. They tore the old one down. There was a program that went through in the, I'm not sure when it was, 80s, I guess, that condemned some of these older rinks that weren't safe enough because they had some roofs collapse in some arenas. Yeah, I played soccer, a bit of track and field. Yeah, high jump, 100 yards, half mile. Yeah. I was a 4-H leader. Me and another, I think it was Steve Young, and we had up to 30 kids, anywhere from 11 to 18, I guess it was, and teach them how to look after cattle, calves. Yeah. Well, and these were all pretty well all Holsteins. And my mother, she showed exhibits, a lot of exhibits at the fair. Did quite well in sewing, baking, flowers, this kind of stuff. Bread, yeah. And my dad used to show horses, teams of horses. They don't do that anymore here, but they used to have teams, not pulling weights. It was just like showmanship and this kind of thing. And also my brother and I, Terry, we took some cows to the fair for a show against other Holsteins in the area. Yeah. At that time there might have been, I don't know, 40, 50 head of cattle there, but now there's nothing because the dairy farms are just about all gone, and same with not very many beef farms either. Mostly horse now. Yes, the exhibits have got a lot smaller, and things have changed now. I don't think there was horse bulls. It wasn't horse bulls at that time. And 4 brothers, 3 sisters. I'm the fifth child. Let's see. I had one brother that was interested in the farming, but he went and worked on the railroad for, I believe, 17 years, and then he came back and expanded the dairy farm, actually moved it up to about 50 or 55 cattle. Yeah. Decided to go in partnership with my brother, and that was the point in the early 80s when there was a recession. Interest rates went high, the fertilizer and feed prices went real high, so I had to get back out, and I got a job at, it was Skega then at that point. Worked there, and then changed to Sfadella, and then to Metso Minerals. Worked there 30 years. Yeah. No, the farm has been split up in, I believe, 5 owners now. I went to school right here, right next to the library here. Did my grade up to grade 8 there, and then Powassan District High School, which is down Maple Ridge. I walked to school from grade 1 to grade 8, and then from grade 8 on, got a bus. Yeah. That was just a change of the rules, that's all. Yeah. Also went to agriculture college, thinking of going back onto the farm. Town hasn't got a whole lot bigger, but the surrounding area has. Well, just a lot of different businesses, like some of the existing buildings are still there, but it has changed ownerships, some of them several times. Yeah. I can remember when there was a Carnival's Grocery, Toswell Grocery, who else? There was another one too, I can't think of, Cox's Groceries. 3 small grocery stores. And across from Osho, which is now Eads, that used to be an old age home at one point. Yeah, my mother-in-law worked there at one point. I have a brother lives in town, and most of the rest are in North Bay, except for one in Wellesley, which is outside of Kitchener. Yeah, with the industrial park going in there, that'll change a few things. It'll bring a few more businesses to town. Maybe not the downtown, but it'll, these businesses can survive because they won't have as high taxes as they will in North Bay. No, I enjoyed my upbringing, and I enjoy the area here. I do. I'm doing genealogy into my family tree, so I enjoy that part of it. Yeah.